Hey YouTube, I'm making this video about my 86 4runner here because I can't really find any other videos on it. There's a couple on there, but they're all really old. Well, anyways, this is it. I did the swap this summer. It's November now. I just got out of the garage a little bit. I used to have a snorkel on this side when I had the 22RE, and I decided to make it a vent for some reasons for the oil cooler, and I'll open that right now. I did some kind of shoddy body work on that, but I'm not really worried about it because I want to get this thing painted. Usually the first thing to ask, I gotta put on the camera here. Okay, well, the first thing people ask usually is a video of, or some pictures of the engine bay, and I decided to go with the stock trash can lid and stuff because I want to eventually put a snorkel on it on this side. So what I would do is I'd cut this thing off, move it over here, and then just put that little flex hose that comes on the Mercedes to the fire or to the wall right here, and then cut a hole and just route it up next to the window. It'd be pretty easy, but that'll be next summer probably when it's warmer. The sun's kind of wrong, but for the power steering pump, I had to move it over to the right a little bit because I had to clear the radiator. So I had to move it to the right. So I had to make this little bracket right here to move it off the stock bracket, which is right here. So, but it works fine. It's a little harder to tighten the belt, but it's fine. The belt is one off of that I got at AutoZone. I just put a rope around it and kind of found out the length that way. The radiator is one off of Summit, and I had 45-degree angles welded into the radiator from a radiator shop so it could fit into the engine. It's really tight down there. I didn't have to cut my radiator support. You can see down in there I got two I think they're 12-inch fans, 12-inch electric fans, and they're both tied into the circuit for the oil cooler, which is right here. And these two fans are connected to those two fans, so when those ones turn on, these ones turn on. But there's a high and low system here. So I think this is the high system and then this is the low system. So this one comes on first, and then when it gets too hot, then all four of them come on. The radiator ones and the coolant ones. And then they push air through here. And I got two holes in the wall right here that then hot air comes out here. That's why I put the little thing right there. So I also rust-proofed the inside here, so it's just as strong as the outside of the vehicle. I used to live in Australia, so I have the Australian license plate I used to have. The skid plate or the IFS stuff is going to go probably next year because the engine's about 100 pounds heavier than the 3.0, I think. So it's 500 pounds, and I'm just kind of giving a little tour of the vehicle. Oh yeah, I got my flywheel and everything else from Doomsday. So shout out to them. They made the swap a lot easier. And I got yeah. Let me show you the gauges here. All the gauges work. I'll probably start it up. All the gauges work in here. I couldn't get the clutch cancel thing to work because this is a turbo truck, so it was automatic when I got it, and so I didn't install the clutch cancel switch in there. So the engine, I swapped over the what is this called, the odometer. Yeah, I swapped over the odometer to the correct engine mileage, so that's what the engine had when I swapped it over. And let me see if I can start it here. I put a little light in the dash right here. Let's see that. I put a little light in the dash right there. That comes on when the glow plugs are on. And See if we can get started up right now. Yeah, so it should start up fine. Yeah. Now what I did for the tack is I ran a W signal wire from the Tachometer. So right down in there. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a write-up on I Hate Mud about that. And the only thing is, with the alternator hooked up like that, or the tachometer hooked up like that, you only get a tack signal when you kind of gun the engine a little bit, you know, give it a little bit of gas, and that's tack signal right there, and it works. So everything else is hooked up into the engine. I have extra gauges. I have the boost gauge, and I have a pyometer. Right there. Is there anything else this thing? Well, I did a shit ton to it. Oh, okay. So the tachometer comes from Dakota Digital, which is behind the radio. This grommet here. So the Dakota Digital makes the fan controller and the tachometer signal that I'm using. But yeah, like I said, the power steering fluid, the power steering pump works fine. Take a little drive. I also got this, which is pretty cool. Maybe so I can just drive like that. I just got it. I watched Ronnie Dahl, four-wheel driving Australia, and he has one, so I just wanted one too. Everything works fine. It's about the same power as the 22RE that I took out of this, or the turbo version of it. But it's real fine. I can actually it'll idle and drive. Like I'm not even pushing on the wheel right there, and it sounds pretty badass, I think. Trucks came factory from what's this diesel, or they diesel. And so it shuts off with the key. I got that all done. That's from Doomsday Diesel too. I had to do some rewiring to that thing a little bit because it didn't quite work when I put it in, but it works fine now. And that's it. That's my 1986 4runner. Hope you guys liked it. Oh, and that's my ducks.